What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Toni.Bryanne, and in today's video, y'all, we are going to be discussing all of these old Instagram influencers seemingly praying after these young NBA players. If you guys may or may have not seen, this has been a conversation going on all over Twitter of people looking at these Instagram models that were once the it girls like 7-8 years ago, now dating, getting pregnant, and even in some cases getting married by these men that are almost a decade or even a decade younger than them. It's a discussion that needs to be had, and I think it's going to be an interesting discussion to dissect, especially when we speak about women predators, because that's not really something that we talk about a lot. But before we get into today's video, here is the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "I love myself and my uniqueness." Today's verse of the day is Exodus chapter 14, verse 14, and it reads, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." And without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
Instagram models are a group of women that have overtaken the internet in the past decade. They are the beginning of what an influencer is today, which is a person that promotes themselves as their own brand and in turn makes a profit from it. These girls make a huge following by showing not just any lifestyle, but a luxurious lifestyle, having amazing bodies, the best skincare, the best hair, the best makeup, and of course, showing who they date. Some of the most popular Instagram models that you guys remember from back in the day is, of course, India Love, Corinne Jinsu, Bernice Burgos, Brittany Renner, who we'll be discussing in this video, Aaliyah Petty, and so many other women. So those women were once very popular in the 2010s, but they now are more low-key. But these women have been resurfacing as they start plotting after NBA players that just entered into the league. There has been a huge story that broke with Zion Williamson and him dealing with a porn star and a woman that is known to be an IG model, and not just any IG model, an IG model that is more than happy to share herself for a coin. I'm not one to judge, but a lot of people are getting a little suspicious at the fact that so many of these old, washed up Instagram models are getting pregnant and married by these men. So we're going to be looking at 4 different cases that shows exactly what people are thinking. Instagram models that are old and washed up are seeking after these men. So we're going to be looking at 4 particular cases that kind of proves the claim that many people have been saying, that these women are purposely lurking, seeking, and hitting the jackpot on these men. So let's start off with the first couple we're speaking on, and that's Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. Brittany Renner is a very popular Instagram model that has amassed almost 5 million followers on the social media network. She is mostly known, honestly, for her promiscuity and for the number of men that she's been with in general, tending to be athletes and rappers. Brittany's latest public relationship was with PJ Washington back in 2020. Brittany Renner met her future baby daddy, PJ Washington, while she was at one of his college basketball games. At the time, PJ was attending University of Kentucky at just the ripe age of 20 years old. That would make Brittany at the time either 27 or 28 years old. A lot older, and as we all know, scientifically, or should I say biologically, men mature a lot slower than women. She was basically dating a 16-year-old if you think about it. So after they met in 2020, they began dating that same year, and just a year later, they welcomed a son in May 2021. During the period of them being together and having their son, they actually got married, but just 2 weeks after Brittany had that baby, she broke up with him. After they broke up, PJ made a post on his Instagram story, seemingly pointing towards Brittany, saying that he missed his son and warning other people to protect their assets, which led people to believe that he was alleging Brittany used him for money. Now, Brittany claimed that this was ultimately untrue, but with footage of her saying to sleep with athletes because they are dumb came out during her online feud with PJ Washington, it didn't exactly help her case. Take a look at this.
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in like 2018 that's any of your business or why it matters, but 24, 11 athletes, woo, 5 entertainers, woo, 8 regular guys, woo. In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just athlete. They're really dumb.
Along with this couple's split, it also was alleged that PJ was paying $200,000 a month in child support to Brittany for the son they shared together. Now, once again, Brittany stated this was untrue as well, and she came out with an Instagram post stating the dynamic of her and PJ's relationship and why she got with someone so much younger than her. When she stated that he was impressionable and that she could fix him, all the red flags started glaring. Like, that is one of the most major grooming tactics that a lot of older men use on younger women as an excuse to why they date younger women. She probably didn't mean any harm when she said that, or didn't deem it as problematic when she said it, but if you really look at it, it is definitely a red flag. Now, I'm not labeling Brittany as a predator, but a lot of people tend to give women a pass for some of the comments they make or their dating choices when it comes to grooming. And when you think about the fact that these women are purposely plotting after men in the NBA or basically any professional sports team because they know that these men are going to be bringing in a lot of money, it is definitely a grooming and predatory tactic if that is the sole reason why they decide to date these people. Yes, of course, everyone is a consenting adult, but saying something like he's impressionable, I can fix him, is a no-no. And as the news was coming out and Brittany was getting dragged all over the internet, she was making jokes on social media, taking pictures of herself on college campuses, saying that she was looking for somebody's son. It was just becoming a lot, and I know she was trying to defend herself, but in turn, it just made her look more like a predator. And let me just say, I like Brittany. I think Brittany is very intelligent as a woman, but just from the comments that she made in that live, maybe she didn't mean it as she stated it, it did come off as wrong. Now we're gonna be taking a look at Anna Montana and Lamelo Ball. Anna Montana is, of course, another IG model. She has amassed over 2.6 million followers on Instagram, and she's mostly known for being a Fashion Nova model. Lamelo Ball plays for the Charlotte Hornets, and he has been on that team for almost 2 years now. This couple has a huge age gap. They are 13 years apart. Anna is reportedly 33 years old, soon to be 34 years old, and Lamelo is just 21. But this is the crazy fact. Lamelo and Anna Montana have been dating for well over a year now, so that means she first started dating him when he was either 19 or 20 years old and she was in her 30s. A lot of critics are curious, what interest does a 33, almost 34-year-old woman have in a 21-year-old? Anna has been linked to a lot of athletes and rappers and musicians, so it's not shocking that she makes sure to find someone that she can secure the bag with, and maybe dating somebody a lot younger is the best bet for her in her opinion. Similar to what Brittany Renner said about PJ Washington, calling him easily impressionable, maybe that's why Anna is dating someone that is 13 years younger, because all the relationships with actual adults did not work out. So she's like, if I really want to secure this ring, secure this baby, and secure this relationship in general, I might as well go and get me a younger guy that is going to basically worship the ground I walk on. It's no secret that a lot of younger guys like older women, and younger women like a lot of older men. It's all about what they can do for them. A lot of younger guys like older women because, oh, she'll cook for me, she's not going to ask for certain things, she has her life together more. A younger girl is going to seek after an older guy because she's like, he'll buy me stuff, he'll take care of me, he's gonna worship the ground I walk on. So to me, I just look at it as mommy and daddy issues in a lot of cases. Obviously not all, but when there is someone dating someone so significantly older and they actually trying to have a serious relationship with them, there has to be some form of childhood trauma in the past. Obviously, like I said, we know that everybody is adults in this situation, but if you really look at it, y'all, 20 and 33 is way too big of an age gap. 20 is barely an adult no matter how much money you have. Maybe if he was like 25 and she was 33, or 25 and 40, I wouldn't look at it as crazy, but 20 is too close to high school to me. The next couple we're going to look at is another Ball family member. So Lamelo Ball's brother, LiAngelo Ball, is also dating an older woman. Does this sound like mommy issues or no? I don't know. Y'all tell me. So LiAngelo Ball is not in the NBA. He was picked 14th overall in the 2021 G League draft, and he later did join the Charlotte Hornets for the 2022 NBA Summer League. So maybe he'll make it into the NBA. I don't really know how all those logistics work, but he is a professional basketball player technically. So he is currently dating Miss Nikki Baby, and and they are now expecting a child together. So if y'all don't know who Miss Nikki Baby is, she is most known for her time on the hit reality show Love and Hip Hop. Nikki introduced herself on Love and Hip Hop as a socialite, a lingerie designer, and she is a strip club heiress. So her family comes from a lot of money, and she has also made herself a social media influencer, amassing over 3 million followers on the social network. Nikki is 32 years old, and she has dated quite a few people that we've seen on the show and even outside of the show, but she is now dating LiAngelo Ball, who is 24 years old, giving them a 8-year age gap. Now, we can say that Nikki was most likely chasing LiAngelo for the money because, as we all know, he is not signed to the NBA, but he does come from a wealthy family. But so does Nikki. Nikki comes from money. She's a very successful entrepreneur, along with being a social media influencer, so I don't think it's a money thing. In my personal opinion, I do think it's another level of a woman wanting to be with a man that is going to kind of worship the ground she walks on. This can be another simple case of not being able to find a man your own age and finding someone younger because you think you can control them. Not saying this is what Nikki has done because we don't know. I don't know Nikki personally, but I'm saying what it can be perceived as. If you look at Nikki's relationships on Love and Hip Hop, they all seem to be very tumultuous and they did not last long. She was allegedly dating Floyd Mayweather, Erica Mena, Amber Rose, Safari, Rosa Acosta, Lil Fizz, and the list kind of goes on, but I'm not judging her for her dating history, but it seems as if she's been looking for love and hasn't quite found it. And all those people I mentioned were either around her age or older than her. So for her to get pregnant so soon with LiAngelo Ball and the first guy that she's dated that we know publicly that is younger, it can be seen that she's just trying to secure that spot and she thinks that she can get that by dating a younger man. Now let's get into Zion Williamson and all of his drama. So Zion was once a huge deal in the NBA. He was the #1 draft pick in the NBA draft in 2019, and he is currently signed to the New Orleans Pelicans. He has suffered with several injuries while he was in the league, causing him not to be able to play in the full season. But clearly during his time away from the season, he was having his own fun. So before we display these ages and these women trying to seek after a man that's so much younger than them, let me explain what the heck happened. So it all started off with Zion posting a gender reveal with a woman named Akima. They found out they would be having a baby girl in November of 2023. So obviously people were celebrating. They did give a side eye at the woman that he was celebrating the gender reveal with, Akima, because there's a whole nother story with her. But one woman that made it clear she had a major side eye was a porn star that Zion was allegedly also dealing with. Porn star Mariah Mills was upset. She was angry, she was furious, and she made it clear and had numerous things to say about Zion and this woman Akima having a child together. So Mariah made it clear that she and Zion had some form of relationship together, and she blasted it all over the internet. She posted lots of sexual things that she would do to him and he did to her. She said that the amount of times they were having unprotected sex that she probably is pregnant too. She posted saying that he would send her money, he was flying her out. The girl was just saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Zion Williamson announced with the mother of his child in a very wholesome video that he is expecting to have a daughter. And this was all nice and cute and all until an adult film star by the name of Mariah Mills sent out multiple tweets calling out Williamson. First tweet saying, "You sound stupid. This was literally my man and I never once looked for clout from anyone. I was loyal to you and you got a thought preggers." It gets even crazier. I know what comes with being a basketball player girl. I know there will be other women, but didn't expect you to get these hoes pregnant at Zion Williamson. This is my favorite tweet of all. I motivated you to get back in shape. I let you, me all times away.
Now, Zion has not responded to any of these allegations, and neither has the woman Akima in terms of Zion allegedly cheating on her. But it seems as if Akima is there for the bag, okay? She has been caught in lots of previous scandals, along with allegedly being a sex trafficker. She dated Lil Boosie, and there's video footage of her twerking on camera for numerous men. And there's just a lot of things that go down the timeline of her just being messy. So people are like giving her the side eye as well, because they're like, I don't know if that's even his baby one, or if it is, she did it to trap him because of her long history of being this sketchy woman. So Zion, he's 22 years old. The two women that were allegedly dealing with him, Mariah, the one that was exposing him and posting all these tweets, Mariah is 31 years old. And Akima, she is 29 years old, soon to be 30 especially according to records. That makes Mariah 9 years older than Zion, and that makes Akima 7 years older than Zion. Both of these women are more than adults, and the fact that they're probably arguing behind the scenes over this little boy is obscene to me. From what it looks like, they both see this man as a cash cow, and they don't care how old he is. They're trying to make sure that they get out the mud too. When I'm looking at it, it's like Mariah wished she was pregnant by Zion instead of Akima, and that's why she's so upset. She wanted it to be her. There's just something about seeing super adult women arguing over men that are so much younger than them. Y'all did not even go to high school together. It wasn't happening. So with all the cases that we looked at with these women being so much older than these young men, I think my point really is, because I'm all for dating who you love, who you think you're meant to be with. I'm all for that. But who is in these men's lives that is telling them to protect themselves and to protect their assets? They literally just entered the NBA and then they're getting women pregnant left and right. And not just any woman, they're dealing with a lot of women that do not have the best intentions. You would think that they would know beforehand that they had to be careful, because they're always going to have younger women, older women, whichever, heck, even men lurking after them to make sure they can secure that bag. Because in America, being a professional athlete does most of the time come with a lot of money. So I'm like, is no one speaking to them? Because even LiAngelo and Lamelo Ball ended up with older women. So I'm like, is this mommy issues? How are his parents feeling about it? Because we all know their dad is extra as ever. I just want to know what goes on in that household. Like, I would love to be a fly on the wall. But I do give a bit of a side eye to some of these women and wonder what their intentions truly are with these men. But I'm hoping that all the intentions are genuine. These are all adults at the end of the day. I personally wouldn't date somebody that's 20 when I'm 33 years old, but somebody might, and it might be genuine love and it might actually work out. Who am I to know? But y'all, that is the end of today's video. I, of course, want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think these women are purposely trapping these men? Do you think these men are dumb? Do you think that these are going to be genuine relationships? Let's get the discussion going in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate you all, and I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name.